Hey, book lovers, book readers, book friends. Welcome to Read This Book. I am your hostess, LaShonda, bringing you this week's review of Forbidden Love by Kiera N James. First of all, let me just say the cover of this book is absolutely gorgeous. It is a beautiful cover. Immediately drew me into the book. Then there's the story about two friends and the man between them. Yeah, yeah. Let's get into it. So this is a story about Jace and Drea and DeAndre. Jace and Drea are supposedly best friends. Jace is described as a dark-skinned, curvaceous, va-va-voom vixen who unfortunately has really low self-esteem because of how she was teased as a child, was called all types of names, darky, she just was never good enough and she was never made to feel good enough. Coupled with that, she has an ex-boyfriend who verbally and mentally, abused her and just really tore down her self-esteem. Not to mention her so-called best friend who also, in a way, mentally and verbally abused her as well, with her backhanded compliments or little sly things that she would say about her all this time. And so it really has messed with Drea's confidence, with her self-esteem, even though she's smart as all get out and she's financially secure, she's college educated, she still deals with these issues of self-esteem. Drea is described as light skin, long weave, a little curvaceous too, so she's not ugly, but she thinks that she is the bomb.com and her shit don't stink. Drea is so desperate to be in love and to be a wife and have a husband, to have all these things, to sit at the house on the top of the hill and be the queen of all she surveys. She was a bitch. She was a manipulative, dirty bitch. I don't know how other way to say it. She's not nice. And I wanted to throat punch her like 57 times throughout this book. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Because trust me, you're going to want to read this so you can throat punch her too. Then you have the man in the middle, DeAndre, a.k.a. Thick Daddy, a.k.a. I could be a thug, but I'm really a business owner and trying to just live my life and be great. He was at the club. Yeah. Big Daddy. Oh, man. So, Jace, Drea, and Riley, who is their other friend, go out to the club to celebrate Jace graduating from college. And at the club, Jace and Drea gets into a verbal altercation. And then Drea leaves with some rando and leaves Drea at the club. And so she's there and she's like, ain't this some shit? And she just happened to spot DeAndre up in VIP and they make eye contact and they just stare at each other across the room. And it was on. I was like, okay, we just gonna have a stare off at the club? Oh, okay, aka Thick Daddy. So he come, shoot his shot and they're talking and whatnot. And they leave together. He's gonna take her home because she was left without a ride. And, they're talking and whatnot and having conversation. And Jace was very judgmental. She had kind of like already formed an opinion and thought about him. And I was like, girl, okay. Okay. Get to know this man that you just hopped in the car with that's trying to be nice. Chillax. And so, he kind of chin checked her a little bit on that. But they end up having a great conversation. He drops her off and then they just start, kicking it. They're talking and hanging out and whatnot. And, she's surprised that he is actually not a for real goon, but he has thuggish ways, but he's actually a business owner and he's quite smart, and so they just get to know each other and hang out and kick it and, trying to see what this is going to be. In the meantime, Drea, aka Hot Mess, has crept with somebody else's boyfriend and got her ass beat, which on site she should have. And she's extremely jealous of Jace. You see that from the interaction at the club, but as the story unfolds, you just see how incredibly manipulative and just that she is. So when she discovers that Jace is seeing DeAndre, she immediately wants him. And so she does all these little things behind the scenes of trying to, one, how she can get in the middle of the relationship, how she can sabotage it, and how she can get it. So there's just all these like things happening while like they will be, they went on a trip and Jace happens to look up and she thinks she sees Drea in the same color dress that she had on. And she's like, nah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm just seeing things. And so Jason DeAndre is trying to live their life, but here's Drea in the background with all the shenanigans. And so things kind of pop off because Jace is trying to get into some program that she'll be studying out of the country. And at the same time, she's really feeling DeAndre. She's feeling Big Daddy. That's what she calls him. And he calls her baby cakes. And I love it. Because he's really like into her. He really just builds up her self-esteem. He really just cares about her. I forgot to tell y'all, DeAndre is also celibate. Yeah, he's not giving up the D. Nope. I know, right? I know. You was like, girl, you lied, because ain't no dude celibate, but DeAndre was celibate. He would not give it up. Yeah, so you have that dynamic happening in the story, which I found absolutely interesting, because normally, it's the female that's like, no, I'm not going to give it up on the first night, or, I'm going to make you wait 30 days or whatever so I can see where this is going. But no, it was the guy. It was the guy that was celibate, and I was like pleasantly surprised by that. So yeah, you got that happening as well. So they're building this relationship that is really, truly organic. It's not based on sex. And it's not based on, she needs something from him materialistic wise. It's not. So they're building something really great. So in the meantime, Drea is secretly, taking notes and listening to all these things. And the level of which she just has no shame. Even after you caught a beat down, you still have no shame. You still messing with people. So anyway, the story progresses, the relationship is unfolding, everything is going beautiful, and then Drea happens. So Jace gets this text message that's basically like, hey, I'm done, go live your life, whatever, I'm gonna do me. And then he also gets a text message like, I'm about to be out. I got accepted into this program. I'm out the country. I don't need you, whatever, kick rocks. And I'm like, damn, y'all not going to investigate? Y'all, this what we going to do? So Jace leaves out of the country. And then here it is a year later. She's coming back. She has a fiance. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how she got a fiance when she was in Africa, but she has a fiance, and she's coming back to the States. And all of a sudden, Drea's there, happy to meet her, greet her, bring her back. Oh, you got to meet my fiance, and I want you to be the best woman in my, be my maid of honor, and yada, 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 and all this stuff. And Drea was like, okay, who is he? Like, how? She don't, Drea, so damn messy. So anyway, everything comes to a head when they're out shopping for, I guess, a gown for her to wear to the wedding or to the party or something other. And Jace and DeAndre see each other, and it's like immediately sparks. Just like no time passed. Like they are all over each other, and girl, It goes down. It goes down in the dressing room at a Macy's. Woo, honey. So, it was on and popping and hello. And just when you think that, ooh, she about to find out, nope, fate intervenes again. So they happen. He's like, I missed you. I love you. I can't believe you left me like that. And she's like, what are you talking about? And so, they're trying to figure out, well, wait, I didn't send that message and this, that, and the other. And then, he's like, I gotta go, whatever. Come to find out, DeAndre is engaged to Drea. Boop! Throat punch 472. 472. Because this trifling heifer basically got her friend out the picture so she could go get her man. And when I tell you that she studied and schemed and plotted, she studied and schemed and plotted so she could get this man. They don't even like her. They don't even like her. I was like, the foolishness there is. The foolishness. So, of course, when Jace finds out that DeAndre is engaged to Drea, she's like devastated. Devastated. But she's like, I'm going to be, a good friend. She didn't know that I was dating him or whatever. And I'm like, bullshit. Yes, she did. So she's trying to like be the bigger person when really she's like dying inside because she loves this man. And DeAndre loves her. And she's just like confused. But I'm like, girl, you better go get your man. Don't sit there and take this foolishness from her. But her friend Riley, AKA, you gonna catch these hands. AKA, you about to get a beat down. AKA, I don't care about going to jail. Riley was that ride or die and set that man. When I tell you she would set it off, she would set it off. So she's, here's this big fancy engagement party, all this stuff and just misery. Let's just say Drea and her mama ain't sugar honey iced tea. Yeah. So they're going on. DeAndre knows he doesn't love her. He finds out the truth of what happens. And I'm like, dude, man up. Like, man up. I'm not advocating domestic violence or anything like that. But if he would have shook her real hard, I would not have been mad. I would not have, because that would have been the least of what she deserved. But I'm not going to even tell you the ending of the book because you need to read it for yourself. But let's just say it's forbidden love because the love was never between DeAndre and Drea. I gave her a whole new name. It was never meant to be between them. It never was. It was an excellent book. It was funny in parts. It was heartbreaking in parts, especially when, you're just getting when Jace is really pouring out her heart and her feelings and how you just really feel her misery of always being the one left out and always feeling not good enough. And then you have, of course, the drama. And it wasn't like over the top drama. It was just scheming and manipulative, shenanigans and carrying on. And for a minute, I almost felt sorry for Drea because she was just so desperate. But then at the same time, I was like, nah, she needs to catch hands. She deserves everything that's coming to her because she don't learn. She didn't learn her lesson. And the lesson was, girl, please stop being so thirsty and desperate and stop being such a manipulative bitch and maybe somebody will love you. But she didn't get that memo. But any to the way, this was an excellent read, really well written, fast paced. Like I said, it had some funny parts because the conversations, especially with Riley and conversations between DeAndre and Jace and his best friend Mark. I mean, just a really, really great book. And I am so glad that I got the chance to read it. So you should read it too. That's Forbidden Love by Kiera N James. Also, she has this website called Temporary Forevers, which is her website. You can also get her books there. They're also on Amazon. If you're looking for her on Amazon, do type in Kiera N James because Amazon be tripping. There's a lot of books called Forbidden Love, so you'll be scrolling forever trying to find it. So type in her name. But you know what? I'm going to do you better. I'm going to put the link down here so you can just click it. But she has this website, her website Temporary Forever, where she also has these super cute wine sippy cups. Yes, yes, and yes. They are so cute. It clearly says read between the wines. And I bought it and I love it. It is my favorite wine sippy cup. It keeps the wine nice and chill for a long time. So if you're in the zone and you're reading and you have your fill it up, you're not going to have to get up and move again. But they're super cute. Super cute. So there you go. This has been my review for Forbidden Love by Kiera N James. Until next time, read a good book.